First Watch now.
What you need to know from the Cochise County Sheriff's Office.
Hosted by Cochise County Public Information Officers Carol Kappas and Grady Butler. First Watch on 92.3 KWCD.
And it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, giving you an inside look into your Sheriff's Office. I'm Grady Butler, and with me is Carol Kappas, Public Information Officer with the Sheriff's Office, and Sheriff Mark Daniels. Good morning.
Good morning, Cochise County.
Hello, everyone. Your voice sounds bad as mine.
I know. I don't know what it is. I'm telling you, I've had this for 2 weeks. It's ridiculous.
I'm blaming allergies.
We'll do that.
Allergies sounds good to me.
'Tis the season. You know, it's cold at night. Yeah, it's got to be what it is.
Well, let's wrap up the football season for Cochise County football.
Yeah, it is concluded. Everybody's done now. Everybody had a great season. Buena had some struggles, but I tell you, it was still a good season on a very competitive schedule. But the only team left in Cochise County still playing is the Benson Bobcats. They're actually in the semifinals tonight with Arizona Lutheran. Arizona Lutheran's 12-1, the fourth power-ranked team in the 2A, and Benson's the 3-ranked power-ranked team. So they're going at it tonight for semifinals. Benson wins tonight, they go to the state championship. So I wish them well up there. And we knew Benson was going to have a good year this year. They started off with a couple losses, but I'll tell you, they're very talented. And good luck to the Benson Bobcats tonight.
And let's talk about the Cochise County Sheriff's Charity Ride. It was a huge success.
It was. I want to thank, again, Sean Lawley and his team over there from Lawley Automotive, American Southwest Credit Union, Jay and his team over there. I mean, awesome. That's our partners in putting this together. And then all our sponsors, excuse me, to include everybody that came on. I think we had over, 500 participants, Carol?
Right. And over 80 sponsors.
Wow.
It was a really, really good deal. So they were able to ratchet that up, and you have Sergeant Linendahl and you have Corporal McNeely out there pounding the pavement and looking for good things next year, because next year's the 10th anniversary of doing this, and so it's going to be huge. But everybody putting it all together, it turned out really, really well. Another huge success.
It really was, and my last shout out to our cops unit, which includes you, Carol. And like you said, Ray McNeely, Todd Linendahl, Ed Gray, Trish Smalley, all the people that came together to put this together. And they do, because they work 4 or 5 months in advance to get this all done, to getting all the sponsorships lined up, get the route all lined up. It's a lot of work. And so thank you for them, and thank you to the community. We'll be back next year for our 10th annual. And I heard they're going to do possibly 10 scholarships next year.
Right. So if everybody understands it usually takes about a minimum of 6 months to start, get ready for knocks on your door starting next week.
Yes, they're coming early.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I told McNeely, I said, hey, we got Cars for Kids coming up in April. And, of course, the cops unit helps us put that together, too, for the Boys and Girls Club and on behalf of Fraternal Order of Police. But, again, that's coming up in the first weekend is April, first Saturday in April. So a lot going on here.
And so some of the other things that have been going on during the past couple of weeks is not only the charity ride, but the Veterans Parade. We had a good showing at that.
We do, and that's a parade I take a lot of. It's just an honor to do that parade. We do so many parades throughout the year, but that one's just the purpose and the mission of that parade it's just great. And being a veteran myself, it's nice to go out there. We walk that parade with our banner. It says the Cochise County Sheriff's Office supports our veterans, and it's just a great parade to be in.
And we have more parades coming up because it's Christmas time. I know we haven't even had Thanksgiving, but you have the tree lighting and the parade in Douglas. We've already signed up for Benson and Sierra Vista. So everybody get ready to participate in your communities for these parades.
Every parade in Cochise County, unless excluding the Palominas Christmas parade, are night parades. Every one of them. And I know there's a lot of thoughts on the parade here in Sierra Vista. But the bottom line is it brings the community together. I mean, we all have an opinion. I get it. But it brings us together for a festive and spiritual time.
And also the Festival of Trees is going on right now with the Chamber of Commerce, and that's at the mall, and you were a judge.
Yeah, I just went over last Saturday. We judged the trees, and thanks to all the businesses that help support that. And, some really nice trees. So you're looking for a tree, go to the Service Chamber of Commerce website, and you can purchase and bid on trees and wreaths and tabletops, or just stop by the mall and take a look at look at them in person. But I know they announced at the mall last Saturday that Real Wishes Foundation is going to take over the Festival of Trees. So the Chamber's handing that torch off to them, and which they were there too. So again, that'll be a program that's going to continue.
And working towards the holidays, bell ringing kicks off for the Salvation Army. We're going to be there on Black Friday, like usual. So get ready to get your dollars and coins and put them in the red kettle.
Come see us. So, yeah, the day after Thanksgiving, we will be there. We will be there from like 8 in the morning to, I think, 8 at night or something like that.
I think they've cut it off at 6 this year, only because of, the inclement weather and staffing and things
Bless
like
the
that.
Salvation Army.
Right.
So it's a long day out there. It really is. But it's a great, worthwhile event. And they make majority of their operation funds through this. So this is their big fundraiser. So if you see them out there ringing the bell throughout the holiday season and Christmas season, go over there and give your change to them. They'll appreciate that.
And you were representing Cochise County in New Jersey this past weekend.
Right. Sergeant Tim Williams and Tim runs my border team, we're invited to go back and speak to the I-95 Corridor Task Force, which runs from Florida to Canada. It's made up of locals, sheriffs, state police, and we went back there and we got some tours and we presented to them what's going on the border, to include how the drug influx here on the southern border, which is 90% of all the illegal drugs in the country come through our southern border, go into communities like Newark, New Jersey, and other places. So we toured these communities to see it, and I just got to say, seeing the byproduct of what we're fighting here on the border when it comes to drugs and other smuggling, illegal activity, I tell you, it was really sad. We were driving down there through New York, and I mean, people doing drugs in the street, people walking around like zombies. It was sad. It's truly sad as you see the erosion of a community based on drugs. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how you get that back. That is so far gone. It's culturally accepted there, and I know the law enforcement folks we were with, were, hey, put that away, and they'd run, and it's just. Wow. I mean, what a blessed community we have here, though we're dealing with a border issue, but we're very blessed to live in Cochise County.
And you're going to be on Law Matters tomorrow, encouraging people to, appreciate what we do have here and talking to different people. And you have a charity going on up there, right? They
do. Up at it's the old Wayne's Toy World. It's at the Tucson Automobile Museum up there, and it's at 8 o'clock, and then there's a kind of a social at 9 o'clock, but it's a Tucson Auto Museum. In fact, that's where the Batmobiles are at. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I've never been there, but yeah, they're doing it. We're going to be on the radio for an hour. It's a fundraiser for law enforcement, and they asked me to come up and be on the show, and then afterwards be part of the social afterwards at 9. So I'll be up there tomorrow morning, and that's at KVOI. I think it's 1030, something like that. Radio up there in Tucson. They do a really good job of supporting law enforcement.
And we just had a graduation.
We did. We graduated 16 new law enforcement officers and deputies from our police academy yesterday. There was 2 graduations. I was at both. And we graduated 3. In fact, our 3 graduates took all 3 top awards. So it tells you the caliber of people we're hiring. And you want to mention their names, Carol?
Oh, yeah. Throw that one at me because they're common spelling.
Yes.
Travin Hatson Habits
Ruther. Yeah. He was actually, just to comment on Travis, he was actually one of my state wrestlers from high school. I coached him through high school. His dad works at Border Patrol. Good kid. He worked in our jail after high school at 18. He's truly a success story of progression of life. And I worked in our jail, and now he just graduated from our academy.
And James Van Sickle, and he came in top academic.
Top academic.
And Jason Wright.
Yes. So congratulations to all 3 of them. Congratulations to all. And Service PD had 5 of them that graduated. And so we look forward to working with them in the community. Wilcox PD had 1. So, again, it goes back to homegrown academy, and we're growing our own right here. And Travis had 2 awards. He had the firearms award, top firearms shooter, and also the physical fitness award. So Travis and James both did very well at the academy.
So Jeremy McGee, Robert Jackson, Peyton Maxwell, Daniel Molina, and William Goodman were Sierra Vista Police Department graduates, so congratulations to them. And Eric Sedhoff was from Wilcox Department of Public Safety. And then you even had Michael Juan from Tohono O'odham. And you had a couple, Jose Mendoza and Andres Estrella from Santa Cruz County, and Kyle Perkins and Trent Brashar from Safford Police Department. So that was really a good deal to have all those people in there and stick it out and go through it and graduate.
It was. They started with 26 in the academy and graduated 16. So, and I tell you, it's what's the best part when they get to the academy, they take a picture of you in your civilian clothes, and then they take a picture when you graduate. What a transformation! It's truly pretty cool. But I was sitting next to Judge Dickerson yesterday and the sheriff from Graham County, PJ Allred, and I'm going, man, we must be getting older. They're so young looking, and I'm like, wow, I mean, we are getting, especially one of them. I told Sheriff Aldred, I said, "Is he an explorer?" I mean, this guy is so young. But either way, it was a great day for them, and we wish them well in their careers.
And also, we've had some reorganization at the sheriff's office.
We have. And with the departure of Chief Napier going back to Pima County, we promoted Tom Molina. He was a commander, 46, 47-year law enforcement professional, retired service to police department police chief, and now he's my chief of staff, as my assistant. And then we have Bob Watkins. Bob's been in law enforcement about 18 years, and he moved up to the operational command to fill Tom Molina's. And then we have Todd Bojorquez was a corporal, prior detective in general crimes. He is now a patrol sergeant here in Sierra Vista. And last but not least, Troy Haymore, who was a major crimes detective, moved into the corporal back in patrol. So 4 changes right there. We're excited about them, and they all 4. I wish them well. They've worked hard here in this organization, and it showed during the testing process and their recommendations. So congratulations to all of them.
Congratulations. And so tell us about your stop of the week.
Yes. I was coming back. Let me just say, the last 2 weeks it's probably why I'm a little under the weather here, but the coming back on 92 the other day, heading to an event, and it's like 2:30 in the afternoon, and this guy pulls out of a gas station down South 92, and he's drifting back and forth, and no plates. That's what got my attention. So I started looking at the motorcycle, no plates. There's nothing. It's a dirt bike. So I'm like, okay. I checked, got a little closer, checked. I said, yeah, there's no plates on this thing. So I turned my emergency equipment on. He just kept on going. So I turned my siren on, kept on going. And he looked back twice. And everybody's pulling away. We're on 92 coming into Sierra Vista, about 4 or 5 miles south of Sierra Vista. And so I called it into our dispatch, failed to yield. And he just kept going. In fact, in his proper way, he used his turn signals with his hand as he's taking all the lane changes and look at me. And so we came into Sierra Vista. I notified our guys in Sierra Vista PD to give me a hand. As we come in by the mall there, he got caught up in traffic, couldn't go nowhere. And I kept waiting for him to go off road. And so he pulled off, and so I get him cuffed up, and long story short is we ended up arresting him for DUI. He was in pretty bad shape, no insurance, no registration, revoked driver's license, and he was using meth. So folks, here's the safety message of the week. If you're going to use meth, number 1, that's illegal. But number 2, don't get on a motorcycle. It's not a safe thing to do, I promise you. And you will go to jail. And if your license is suspended, revoked, and you get popped for DUI, alcohol or drugs, or whether it be legal or prescription, that is a felony. So he's got some serious issues going on in front of him. And he just got here from California. And, yeah, so we impounded the motorcycle, and he had no registration or paperwork on it at all. So, yeah, bad day for him. But once again, and you never know. But I just got to say, our pursuits, what we see almost every day in Cochise County, are smuggling pursuits, the illegals. And so this was actually kind of exciting. This was back to normal again. It's like, wow, this is something we used to deal with a lot, but we're so focused on the smuggling.
Speaking of the border, let's end with our border update for today.
Well, I'll just tell people. I know, Carol, you put out an announcement the other night. I came out Wednesday night to work with the guys, the border team, and we had a group of 32 coming out of Ramsey that veered toward Yaqui, Kachina Trail. Sierra Vista PD came out there with us and my border team, and so they were directing us in. We did not want to get that group into the neighborhood, so we were staying on the perimeter. While as soon as they saw us, as we're trying to bring them in, and Border Patrol was out there with us too, of course. As we tried to bring them in, they quailed on us, which means they just scattered everywhere. And that's the worst case scenario for us, because now they're running through yards. And so we were out there trying to round them up all the way until next morning at 6:30. We're still rounding them up. And so, because that is a concern. And then over on Ramsey Canyon, same thing. We had another group of like 18. So this morning I was coming out of my house. It's about 6:15 to come to the show here. And I see this van, same thing, pulls in the back of my house, pulls in the front of my house, went down the street, came back out, went up Ramsey Canyon. These are smuggling vehicles. We get about 30 to 40 cars a day coming into Cochise County looking to pick up illegals right now. And you're probably saying, well, what's the problem? Well, the problem is, number 1, is criminal enterprise. Number 2 is these people are coming here with not good intent. They come here, most of these people are impaired. 80-90% of them are armed right now. We're seeing this. In fact, I was talking to my team yesterday on this. 80-90% of the drivers are now armed. My guys last week were armed. So, which is consistent with what they're saying. They do it every day, every night. And so, long story short is, it's becoming a real threat to our quality of life. Now, I'm trying to find the balance in there. I truly am, that what we put out doesn't scare our citizens. But I can assure you one thing, that we're doing everything we can. CBP is doing everything they can with the limited resources and the current condition of our border. But we'll continue the fight on this. But when you look at 30, 40 cars, 900 to 1,000 cars a month coming to Cochise County to participate in illegal smuggling, that's concerning. That is very concerning. We just got that last week. But again, we're getting drugs like crazy on these loads, between the human smuggling and the drugs. So, folks, here's my message to you. If you see a suspicious car coming in and you see them on their phone because they're looking for pickup points, and most people have no idea how to get around Cochise County or these communities. And I was talking to a deputy in Douglas yesterday, and he says they're running through the neighborhood like nothing right now. So, again, it's just not exclusive to Cochise County. It's all over Cochise County, or service. It's all over Cochise County. So, see something, say something, make sure you call. You're not going to bother us. Get us involved. Get us in the area. And right now we have our Sheriff's Assist team that's doing extra patrols in all our communities, just for the eyes and ears, too.
And next week, just for some housekeeping, there's going to be no First Watch show because of Thanksgiving.
We're all going to be sharing the blessings.
That's right. So give everybody a Thanksgiving message.
I wish everybody a safe and happy and blessed Thanksgiving. And please take the time to give your family a hug. And those that truly have helped you in life, say thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thanks for coming and talking to us today, Sheriff Mark Daniels. And Carol, who do we have coming in next?
We have someone to come talk to you about WaterWise, so get ready.
First Watch on KWCD Country. It's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative.
It's First Watch Now.
Hosted by Public Information Officer Carol Kappas and Grady Butler.
On 92.3 KWCD.
And it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, giving you an inside look into your Sheriff's Office. I'm Grady Butler, and with me is Carol Kappas, Public Information Officer with the Sheriff's Office, and our next guest.
Welcome back, Cochise County. And if you're driving to work, please be careful out there. Hey, so we have the University of Arizona, Alex Kosmiter. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about you. How long have you been at the U of A and what you do there?
Well, this time around I've been with the U of A for actually not super long, probably about 6 months. But I am the youth coordinator, so I go around to classrooms and I teach the gospel of saving water and anything having to do with water, really, the water cycle, ecology-related topics, water in the body, things like that. But I also help with the community side of things. So today I was going to plug our free well water testing for heavy metals. Can I talk a little bit more about that?
Please do.
Okay, so I wanted to let you guys know that we're teaming up with the Arizona Department of Health Services to offer free well water testing for heavy metals. I know it can be a little bit daunting, the fact that if you have your own well, it's your responsibility. There's no one else taking care of your water. There's no one else testing for anything that's going on. And it can also be kind of expensive to have it tested. My coworker and I kind of looked it up, and it can be about $200 to get this kind of testing plus a little bit of additional stuff. But we're doing it for free through the Arizona Department of Health Services. And the way you can sign up is we have a link through waterwise.arizona.edu. So that's where you can find the sign-up sheet. So you fill out the form, an EZDHS official will contact you, and then depending on where is closest to you, you can pick up your testing materials either at the U of A Cooperative Extension Office in Sierra Vista or in Wilcox. And then you follow the collection instructions. The person will be in contact with you. And then you can pick up the sample vials from either of those locations and then drop them off when you're ready. So we'll be offering the pickup from November 22nd through December 3rd, excluding the weekend, and November 25th because of Thanksgiving. And the drop-off is from December 1st to the 5th. Our offices are open from 8 to 5, and we take lunch from 12 to 1. But that's the big thing that I wanted to plug today, but we have other things going on too, of course.
And why would you need to get your well water tested? I mean, what could be in it?
Well, the metals that we list for, or that we have listed that we test for include arsenic, which, I'm sure if you've watched any TV, that's kind of a thing like you don't want arsenic in your water, but it's actually relatively common in certain levels. It's just a question of how much is in your water. But we test for manganese, selenium, cobalt, nickel, but these can cause problems such as nerve damage, cancer, heart disease. I'm not personally a expert, a biologist, or chemist or anything like that, so I can't necessarily speak to any of the specific health effects, but I am told that heavy metals in your water are not a very good idea, and it sounds like it can be kind of sneaky. It's not necessarily something that you can taste. And since there's no one else that is responsible for your water, like I said, it's something that might be this is a really great opportunity to get it checked out for free. We don't test for coliform bacteria, which is, fecal matter and stuff that is also dangerous, but heavy metals are also dangerous. So we think it's important to take advantage of this opportunity.
And we're going to get that web address one more time before you go, but let's talk about some of the other projects that you've got coming up for WaterWise.
Sure. Well, let's see. We give talks. So most of our talks have been virtual since COVID, and our upcoming talk is Wednesday, December 15th from 12 to 1 on Zoom. We'll be hosting Lauren Monheim from the Watershed Management Group in Tucson. So we'll actually be talking about beavers, which I wouldn't necessarily know this before, but apparently beavers are really important to river ecosystems because, as you know, they make dams, and that causes the water to slow down, and it causes the water to sink better into the ground rather than just running erosively off of the surface, and it helps to restore the aquifer. And so the Watershed Management Group is working to help restore beavers to the San Pedro River. They used to be relatively populous in our area, but they were what am I trying to say? They were shot and taken for their furs. Yeah, so we're hoping to bring them back, and there were a couple of beavers, at least one that was captured and in Tucson or somewhere in that area, and someone who had property on the San Pedro River was like, I'll take the beaver, we can release it here at the San Pedro. And so there's a video on the Watershed Management Group website. It's pretty cool. Go Beavers. So, right. Promise it's not a sports team or anything, although it could be somewhere. So that is, again, December 15th. It's on Zoom from 12 to 1. And we've had this talk series. We talk about a whole bunch of different topics, anywhere from recently we had a speaker talk about cellular agriculture, which is basically like lab-grown meat, and it's kind of a futuristic sort of topic, but it has a lot of potential for like water savings, and we just talk about all kinds of things, and whenever we're done, we post the video of the chat on our YouTube channel. So you can find that. It's sort of a long name, but U of A Cooperative Extension WaterWise Program is basically what you would search for on YouTube to find all of our previous talks. We also have Facebook. We have Instagram. On Instagram, we're at WaterWise_Cochise Co. And we like to post fun stuff on there, let you guys know about our events without being on the radio. Yeah, we do lots of stuff.
Well, Alex, we thank you for coming and talking to us today and catching us up on WaterWise.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
And if you want to get your well tested, how can they get a hold of you at WaterWise to get that done for free?
So just go ahead and go to waterwise.arizona.edu, and there should be a banner at the front of the website. And you just click on that. It'll bring you to a Google form, and you fill it out, and the Department of Health Services person will get in contact with you, and it'll be great, hopefully.
Well, Alex, we thank you for what you do for our community with WaterWise.
Absolutely. Likewise. Thank you so much, Grady.
And Carol, who do we have coming in next?
Carol. You're welcome. We have the Salvation Army, and let's talk about all things bell ringing.
7:32 at KWCD Country. It's First Watch, brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative.
It's First Watch Now
Hosted by Public Information Officer Carol Kappas and Grady Butler.
on 92.3 KWCD.
And it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, giving you an inside look into your sheriff's office. I'm Grady Butler, and with me is Carol Kappas, Public Information Officer with the Sheriff's Office, and our next guest.
Welcome back, Cochise County. We have Eva from Salvation Army, so thank you so much for being here today.
Well, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Well, so a little bit about the Salvation Army. One of the big things that you're going to be doing right now is the Thanksgiving dinner. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we are doing Thanksgiving dinner again. We're going to do it in person from 11:30 to 12:30 and from 1 to 2 on Thanksgiving Day. And we do ask if you could sign up ahead of time just so we know how many meals to prepare. So we invite you to come into our dining room, a very nice atmosphere, or we also offer a takeout option, a to-go option. So if you'd like to take a meal and enjoy it at home with your family, we welcome you to do that. Or bring your family and come enjoy our convivial atmosphere.
So when they come in to Thanksgiving, so do they sign in and then they're just able to eat and
Yes,
leave?
absolutely.
And
yes.
then the same thing for if they need something to go or drive through. Do you take it out to their car? They
We're
come in
not
and pick
doing
it
a
up?
drive-through this year
Okay.
because thankfully we have opened a bit for with the pandemic easing and more people being vaccinated. So we ask that you just come in and do a pickup. But please sign up ahead again so that we know how many to prepare.
How
We
do you
don't
sign
ask
up
any
ahead?
We just you can either call us at 520-459-8411 from 9 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday through Friday, or just come in and sign up. Again, it's just so we know how many people. We don't ask for any factors, any economic factors, anything like that. No, we're a judgment-free zone. So if you come in and need a meal, please come in.
And then right after Thanksgiving, of course, you start your bell ringing.
Yes, on the Friday after Thanksgiving, we are so excited. The bell ringing Red Kettle Kickoff Campaign. Thank you for doing that. Yes, get used to this sound. And we do invite the community leaders and businesses to come this Saturday morning. At 9 o'clock, we are having our official Red Kettle Kickoff Campaign at the core from 9 to 10:30, and we will be serving a light breakfast. But it's to tell everybody what the Red Kettle Campaign is, how it was founded, why we do it. It does support our mission all year long, as the sheriff had mentioned earlier, and it's not just for Christmas. It keeps our lights on all year long, keeps our community programs going all year long. We are able to help with rent assistance, utility assistance, different kinds of bills with food, of course, and that happens all year long. Crisis doesn't happen just during the holidays. So please, when you see the red kettles out there, please support. And if you would like to be a red kettle bell ringer, I would love to have you call me at 520-227-1282. Please call my cell phone, and I will be happy to sign you up as a bell ringer.
And so do you do it all over the city, or do you just do it at Walmart?
We have the 2 doors at Walmart, and we also have Safeway this year. We have Fry's and Hobby Lobby. So we do have several places for you to come enjoy some bell ringing time. Bring your friends. You can do it as a family. A lot of folks make it an annual tradition to do bell ringing as a family, and we really appreciate that. So bring your kids. It's a great experience for kids. Come out and meet your friends and neighbors. You're going to see people you know, and they're going to want to put some money in that kettle.
And we just had someone kind of sneak in. Go ahead and pull that microphone up and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Heather with the Salvation Army. We are so blessed to be here. I know Eva was just discussing our kettle campaign. We do want to talk also about our Thanksgiving meal. So next week we have our meal. We are doing in person this year, as well as to-go boxes, because we do realize that we are still in a pandemic. And we have a special list for some people we are delivering to, So but we'd like you to please call us and let us know if you are going to come and either take to-go boxes or come in and eat. As of right now, we have about 500 already signed up. So we in order to make enough food, please give us a call at 520-459-8411.
And then also, you guys have the Angel Tree program. Let's talk about that for a moment.
Yes, so our Angel Tree program, it's where we help out families that are in need And we do it for seniors as well as for kids. Now, some people might get a little bit upset with us this year because we have changed the program a little bit. We are trying to empower our parents, and so we are doing what's it's called a Toy and Joy. And what we're doing is the toy. We're not doing any clothes this year. We are partnering with Kiwanis because they do Santa Claus. Stocking stuffers. Stocking stuffers, and where they provide the clothes. And so we're going to just concentrate on toys this year. And but the parents are going to be able to come in and not shop because they don't have to repurchase anything. Everything is free, obviously, because the community has bought in the toys. But they're going to come in and be able to look. And yes, they put things on their list. But we're able to go above and beyond. So if they come in and we have bikes that are, they could pick out a bike or a skateboard and a lot of times parents are putting down what they think their kids want, and then they find out their kids want something else. And so anyway, we're able to do an A, B, and a B toy, which is going to be like a higher end toy and a lower end toy. And we've done it in many other areas, and so we're going to try that out here. If it doesn't work, we'll go back to the old way next year.
And then one way you guys can help out the Salvation Army with all of these programs is, again, putting some money in that red kettle.
Yes.
That's how all of this gets funded.
That's right.
Money stays here in the greater Sierra Vista community.
That's excellent. And Eva, you want to remind everybody that Salvation Army is also a church.
Yes, we invite you to join us for church Sunday at 10 o'clock. We also have several different Bible study groups. We have women's ministry, men's ministry. We've started a youth program thanks to some wonderful volunteers. And our two pastors, Lieutenant Ty and Lieutenant Heather, are our pastors. So they are full-time pastors. So please join us Sunday morning, 10 o'clock for services. We welcome everybody. Come as you are.
All right, and then let's invite everybody one more time to ring when you see the bells ringers, go ahead, ring it. Yep. You got to drop some money in there. That's how you guys are funded all year long.
Yes, that is what funds our budget. So at the end of the kettle season, we go through our budget and see if we have hit our goal. And if we have not, then we need to pull back on programs. And so we just hope that we'll be able to meet that goal this year and continue all the great things that we're doing here in Sierra Vista.
And if somebody wants to ring the bell, you guys are taking volunteers?
Oh, definitely. Most definitely. Please call Eva McElroy and or Lieutenant Ty Bays.
Give us that number one more time.
It is 520-459-8411.
And we thank you guys for what the Salvation Army does right here for our community. We really appreciate it. And now it's time for the community to step up and help you guys back with putting some money in those red kettles.
Thanks so much.
Someone ring the bell. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming and talking to us today. It's First Watch on KWCD Country, and it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative.
You've been listening to First Watch with the Cochise County Sheriff's Office.
Hosted by Cochise County Public Information Officers Carol Kappas and Grady Butler.
Join us again next Friday morning, 7 to 8 a.m.
First Watch.
What you need to know from the Cochise County Sheriff's Office.
Only on 92.3 KWCD.